Hi, boys and girls. Today I want to talk a little bit again about our personal narrative. Remember that a narrative is a story that is going to tell a story. It's a piece of writing that is going to tell a story. This week we're focusing on a personal narrative. So, a personal narrative is a story that you are writing about something that you have done or something that has happened to you. All right. So you're trying to think of a story to share. Yesterday, I shared this picture, and I want to talk a little bit about it again today because on Tuesday, you should have gone to the Flipgrid and told about something that you've done or something that's happened to you. Today, you're going to write that story. Now, it's important when you're writing a story that you think of your hand. All right. First of all, you are going to have an opening sentence. That opening sentence is going to tell what you are going to write about. It might tell one of these things. It might tell who was with you. It might tell what were you doing. It might tell when did it happen. It might tell where were you, or it might tell why. Okay. So your opening first sentence is going to tell what is it you're talking about. Now, what I know is that you have been home. Okay. Really, you probably haven't gone very many places. So you might tell about when you have helped your mom or dad or brother or sister or grandma or grandpa. You might tell about playing a game with somebody, being outside, doing something outside. You might tell when you have something that you and your brother and sister have done together. Um, it doesn't have to be something big. Okay. It can be a small moment of your life. That's what you're thinking of. A small event, because it can't be a big watermelon. It just has to be a small seed. Okay. So you're thinking, what could I write about? Okay. Yesterday I talked about how I might write about cleaning my house. Okay, that's something that I have done. Or, you know what, today I'm going to focus on one specific thing is telling about when I cleaned my grill. Because I'm going to tell you what, it was horrible. I'm not sure why I let it get like that, but I did. And so I'm going to put it down here to start. And then I'm going to, maybe I'll put it up here at the top and then I'll lift this up as I do it. Let me fix it. I'm having a See, this is sticky on the back that helps me so that it stays up on my wall. All right. And so that I'm making it so that I can show you what I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to write the very first sentence, my opening sentence. I might say, on Sunday, that's when, comma, I cleaned my grill. Okay, period. I want to make sure I have a capital letter at the beginning and a punctuation mark at the end. So, my opening sentence, did I tell one of those H's who, what, when, where, why? Yep. I said when I did it and what I did. Okay. So, remember, I'm going to use the word first. First. So, first, comma, I brushed out all the, I'm going to use the word junk here because this is what I want you to know. There was stuff everywhere. So I used a brush and brushed it out. I'm going to add another detail here because I think it's important. Okay. It was so messy. It was so messy. Period. I might put an exclamation mark because it was bad. Then now I'm going to use the word then. Then I'm going to put a comma. I used a vacuum to sweep out the junk. I'm going to use that word again, I think. Period. Okay. So, and I can say that took a while. I'm going to add a detail there. That took a while to do. So notice what I'm doing. When I say first and then, I'm going to say something, but then I'm going to say another detail about it. That adds to my story. Okay. The last thing I did, I washed everything up. And my detail is going to be my water was so dirty. My water was so dirty. And I'm going to again put an exclamation mark. Okay. So I used first, then, and last. Okay. Now, at the end, I'm going to give, so I had at least 3 detailed sentences. Three detailed sentences, first, next, then, or last, using one of those words. At the end, I'm going to have a closing sentence. The closing sentence is going to tell, how did I feel? I was so excited to get my grill clean. I'm going to use the cap. I'm going to put some voice here and underline it. So excited to get my grill clean. And I'm going to, because of that, did you so excited? I can't just have a period at the end. I got to have an exclamation mark. Okay. So when you are writing a personal narrative, it needs to have at least 5 sentences. Your opening sentence telling who, what, when, where, why, about what you're going to be writing about, has to have at least 3 detailed sentences. You're using words like first, next, last. Notice I included a detail with each one of mine. That's a way to improve your writing. At the end, you're going to have a closing sentence that tells how did you feel at the end. Okay, so when you're writing your story that you started in Flipgrid yesterday, this is what you need to be thinking about. Okay, that will help you to write your story. And so what I want you to make sure of is, do your sentences start with a capital letter? Do they have a punctuation mark at the end? Make sure if you are using words like excited, you need an exclamation mark at the end of your sentence. Okay? So I want to see that you are growing as a writer. I feel like you should be able to include, after you tell what you did, give a detail about it. It needs to be a sentence as well. All right. So work on these personal narratives. Remember, a personal narrative is a story that you're telling that has a beginning and a middle and an end. Use words like first, next, then, and last to help you. All right. You need an opening sentence, three details, a closing sentence. All right. So I'll be anxious to read your stories.